Now, tonight, the word from Mars, apparently official, we've discovered interplanetary mud. Not Roger Mudd, mud on Mars. First, because even if we were visited by Martians tomorrow and they taught us everything they knew, we would still have these dim bulbs to deal with. Here, Countdown's top 3 worst persons in the world. The bronze is shared tonight by Bob Beckel and Greg Gutfeld, two of the hosts of the show which replaced Glenn Beck after he was fired by Fix News. It's called The Five, which is short for the 5 stupidest people we could find. Gutfeld usually works overnight, understandably. Beckel is some sort of actor or something who frequently portrays a, quote, Democratic strategist on Fox. The two of them have admitted they gave preferential coverage to Sarah Palin on their propaganda channel.
Only problem with talking about Sarah Palin is that she works here, and it's like a coworker, and if I say something bad and I see her in the hallway, I feel really awkward and wrong. So I just kind of say, that was a good job.
It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with your paycheck. That's why you feel awkward about it. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, many times, I'll be honest, I've pulled my punches.
This afternoon, having gotten their pee-pees spanked by Roger Ailes, Messrs. Gutfeld and Beckel explained they were just joking, and they're really tough on Sarah Palin. And then Dana Perino came on and giggled and says to one of them, "You always make me laugh." And then her brain slipped back out of place and she powered down until the end of the show. Our runner-up, Newt Gingrich, who has stepped on yet another rake in the vast, untended yard that is his hilarious presidential campaign, the long-ago Speaker of the House complained that the media is ignoring the real measure of his popularity, the number of people following him on Twitter. 1,326,264, 6 times as many Twitter followers as all the other candidates combined, he boasted. Small problem. A former Gingrich staffer tells the website Gawker that 80% of those followers are either inactive or dummy accounts created by companies paid to artificially boost your follower numbers, and half of the remainder are people who automatically trade follows to boost their own totals. Gingrich is hardly the only public figure to pad their Twitter numbers. It certainly looks like many of Sarah Palin's 600,000 followers are vacant accounts, no pun intended, and the trick has also been done by media personalities. Megalomania is a hell of a drug. But our winner tonight, Richard Handel of Ängelholm, Sweden, arrested yesterday for trying to build a kind of backup power generator in his apartment. A nuclear reactor in his kitchen. Handel said he got some of the nuclear materials in Germany, but the rest came from eBay. They were from common items like smoke detectors and the hands of old clocks. More came from a Geiger counter he bought by mail order from the U.S., probably Amazon, and he said proudly that he'd even had a little, quote, meltdown on my stove. It was at that point that he wondered if this little hobby might not be illegal, so he sent a question about that to the Swedish Radiation Authority. Instead of sending him a note back, they sent him the cops, even though its chief says there were no raised levels of radiation and Handel's neighbors were not exposed to radiation. Handel says he's going to stick to theory from now on. I just wanted to see if it's possible to split atoms at home. Richard, it sure as hell is kaboom Handel, today's worst person in the world.